We know you're excited to use your EasyPour Epoxy, but before you do, we want to share some tips that will ensure your project goes as smoothly as possible. First, whether your box just arrived or you pulled it out of the garage, you want to give your resin and hardener up to 24 hours to maintain a consistent temperature throughout. Warming the epoxy in a warm water bath up to 95 degrees can help you get the perfect mixture and help release bubbles. Then, once the resin and hardener have both reached 75 degrees, use the included measuring cups and spatula to mix equal amounts. For less than 24 ounces, use a smaller mixing cup and stick. Slowly mix the epoxy with the spatula, carefully scraping the sides and bottom for 5 to 8 minutes. When ready, pour the mixed epoxy into the secondary mixing cup and do not scrape the sides while transferring. Now it's time to get to work. Gently pour epoxy onto your project. Use the included spreader to move the epoxy around. To get full working time, pour out all epoxy from mixing cup. Please keep in mind, the more epoxy left in the cup, the faster it will cure. You'll have about 30 minutes or less from the time of mixing to smooth, adjust, and pop bubbles with a heat gun. Self-leveling is when an area is sufficiently flooded with epoxy and has flattened out to roughly 1/16 of an inch. Thicker pours will cure faster and will build up heat. With these tips, you'll be an epoxy pro in no time. EasyPour Epoxy gives your surfaces and art projects a long-lasting protective finish that stays crystal clear for many years.